Okay, before that, we can start from electrochemical series. Rija, what do you mean by this electrochemical series?
It is a arrangement of various elements. They're increasing or decreasing order of standard electropotential.
Okay, the arrangement of elements in the increasing or decreasing order of their standard electrode potential. It is known as electrochemical series, right? Then what about the applications of electrochemical series, Nandana?
Calculate the EMF of an electrochemical cell,
Yes.
compare reactivity of the elements,
Hmm.
predict the feasibility of cell reactions, and to predict the products of electrolysis.
Okay, fine. Then what about the Nernst equation for a Daniell cell, Dia? Nernst equation for Daniell cell.
E cell equal to E minus cell equal minus 0.059 by 2 log Zn 2 plus by C2.
Okay. By Cu2 plus, right? Concentration of Cu2 plus. What do you mean by this E minus L? Anna? E minus L.
Electrode potential. Standard electrode
Standard
potential.
electrode potential. Yes. Standard electrode potential. Then what about R? R,
Gas constant.
universal gas constant. Then F,
That is the temperature.
F,
Faraday's constant.
Faraday's constant. So you know about that values, right? You have to remember that values also. Today we are going to learn another topic, that is conductance of electrolytic solutions. Okay. You have to write down the heading, conductance of electrolytic solutions. Conductance of electrolytic solutions. So in order to learn this topic, we have to know, or we have to define certain terms. Okay, the first one, that is resistance. First one is resistance. Then the second one is resistivity. Resistivity. Then the third one is conductance. And the fourth one is conductivity. Okay, so these are the four terms that we need to define. First one is resistance, second one is resistivity, third one is conductance, and the fourth one is conductivity. All these four terms are interrelated. Okay, all these four terms are interrelated. Okay, then what do you mean by this term, resistance? Before that, all of you, please switch on your videos. Otherwise, attendance will not be provided. Okay. Okay, what do you mean by this resistance? Punya,
The property of the substance by which it resists the flow of charges.
very good, very good. Just the resistance. That means it prevents the flow of current, right? Resistance means it prevents the force that prevents the flow of current, isn't it? This resistance, we are going to form an equation for this resistance. So this resistance is directly proportional to the length. Okay, directly proportional to the length of that substance and inversely proportional to the area of cross section. Okay, the resistance of a substance, it is directly proportional to the length of that substance and inversely proportional to the area of cross section. What do you mean by directly proportional? That means a flux increases, the resistance also increases. Okay, and inversely proportional means just opposite to each other. If it increases, other one will decreases. So you can write down, just wait. Okay, write down. Electrical resistance, it is represented as R. Okay, capital letter R, electrical resistance. The electrical resistance of any object is directly proportional to its length L and inversely proportional to its area of cross section A. Okay, directly proportional to length and inversely proportional to its area of cross section. We are going to form that equation of resistance. The electrical resistance of any object is directly proportional to its length L and inversely proportional to its area of cross section A. Nia, please switch on your video. Ashwin. So we can formulate that equation. Electrical resistance R, it is directly proportional to L, inversely proportional to A. That means this directly proportional to length and inversely proportional to the area of cross section. Then we are going to remove this proportional sign, okay? And we are going to equate this equation. For that, we just add one constant, okay? We just add one constant and it is rho L by A. R is equal to rho L by A. R is directly proportional to length and inversely proportional to its area of cross section. Then we just equate this equation by adding one constant and this rho. Okay, rho, it is known as resistivity. Resistivity, or otherwise specific resistance. Specific resistance. R is proportional to L by A, then R equal to rho L by A, and rho is resistivity or specific resistance. Now we are using the term resistivity. Okay, so in this NCERT book, in the coming chapters, you can see that it's resistivity. Earlier times, the term specific resistance was used, but now it's resistivity. Clear? And the unit of this resistance is ohm. Unit of this resistance is ohm. Okay, and you learn about SI unit, right? What do you mean by this SI unit? What's the full form of SI? You have learned it in +1, right? First chapter of physics and chemistry. SI unit. What do you mean by that? Can you guess its full form? SI.
Something international.
Yeah, it is System International. Okay, so these type of units that we are widely used internationally. Okay, so it is known as System International. So in SI base units, it is equal to kilogram meter square divided by Siemens. S stands for Siemens. That we will learn later. It's the unit of conductance. S means Siemens. Now you can write kilogram meter square divided by Siemens cube into ampere square. A stands for ampere. That means this ohm, it is equal to kilogram meter square by S cube A square. This one in SI base unit. Okay. Normally we are using this ohm. For resistance, we are using this ohm. This is also another unit for this resistance. That's it. And we measured this resistance with the help of Wheatstone bridge. Do you learn this in physics? Wheatstone bridge.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we measured this resistance using Wheatstone bridge. Okay. So these all things about this electrical resistance. Electrical resistance of any object, it is directly proportional to its length and inversely proportional to its area of cross section A. So the equation becomes R is proportional to L by A, then R equal to rho L by A, and this rho is resistivity or specific resistance. And the unit of resistance, it is ohm. It is in SI base unit, it is equal to kilogram meter square by Siemens cube into ampere square. It is measured with the help of Wheatstone bridge. Have you completed this slide, all of you? Shall I move to next one? Yes. Then we are moving to resistivity or specific resistance. Rho. Okay, it is pronounced as rho. And in the previous equation, it becomes R equal to rho L by A, right? R is equal to rho L by A. And the definition for resistivity, it is the resistance of a conductor of 1 meter length and 1 meter square area of cross section. That means if L is equal to 1 and A is equal to 1, here it is 1 meter and here it is 1 meter square, R is equal to rho, right? So the definition becomes resistivity is the resistance of a conductor of 1 meter length and 1 meter square area of cross section. It is equal to resistance when its length is 1 meter and area of cross section is 1 meter square. That is resistivity or specific resistance. You can also write this equation. Okay. Resistivity, it is the resistance of a conductor of 1 meter length and 1 meter square area of cross section. Then SI unit of resistivity, it is ohm meter. SI unit of resistivity.
And we can write as rho equal to, right?
Yeah, you can also write this one, L equal to 1 meter and A equal to 1 meter square. This equation 1 becomes. Then the SI unit of resistivity, it is ohm meter. Then another unit, it is ohm centimeter. In SI unit, we use this meter. Then we can also use this centimeter. So it can also be measured in ohm centimeter or ohm meter. So 1 ohm meter that is equal to 100 ohm centimeter. That means 1 meter that is equal to 100 centimeter. Similarly, 1 ohm meter is equal to 100 ohm centimeter. This is clear. Have you completed?
Yes.
All of you? Yes. Then we are moving to conductance What do you mean by this? Conductance. Can you guess what is this conductance? All of you, please switch on your videos.
Huh?
Yeah,
That 1 ohm meter is equal to
100 ohm centimeter. Okay, what do you mean by this conductance? Conductance. Gayatri? In the first chapter, we have divided substances into conductors, then insulators, semiconductors, etc.
The ability to conduct.
Yeah, Gayatri, one
The
more time.
ability to conduct. Or
Yeah,
allow the
ability
particle
to conduct. That means electron flow is there. It is just opposite. Yeah, it's allow the electric flow. That's the flow of electrons is there. That's why it's conductive. Okay, it's just opposite to that of resistance. Resistance means the force that is prevents the flow, electron flow, right? Here conductance, that means electron flow is there. Okay, so it's just opposite to that of resistance. Write down the heading conductance and it is expressed in G, capital letter G. Resistance, it is capital letter R. Then resistivity, it is represented as rho. Here it is conductance, it is G. The inverse of resistance is called conductance. The inverse of resistance is called conductance. And we have learned the equation R is equal to rho L by A. Here it is the inverse, that means 1 by R. Okay, 1 by R. So the equation becomes G is equal to A by rho L. We will reverse this equation. Okay, G is equal to 1 by R. Inverse of resistance is conductance. So we can inverse this equation A by rho L. A by rho L. This one. And instead of this 1 by rho, we are substituting another term, that is K. K. It's known as conductivity or specific conductance. Conductivity or specific conductance. So we learned about resistance. That means the force that prevents the electric flow. And here this conductance is just the inverse of resistance. So we can rearrange this equation and it becomes G is equal to 1 by R, that is equal to A by rho L. Instead of this 1 by rho, we can write K. That equation becomes Ka by L. K is called conductivity or specific conductance. It will be pronounced as kappa. K for kappa. Okay. It's from a Greek word. And this rho, that resistivity rho, it's also originated from a Greek word. Rho, and here it is kappa. And S unit of conductance is Siemens. S. Its symbol is S and it is Siemens. Okay. And we can also write the unit of conductance as ohm inverse. Because the unit of resistance is ohm. Here the conductance is the inverse of resistance. So we can write ohm inverse. Siemens is the unit of conductance. Along with that, you can also use ohm inverse. Is this clear? Manuel,
Yes, ma'am.
is this clear for you?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Evelyn,
Yes, ma'am.
can you read the slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Conductance. The
Hmm.
inverse of resistance is called conductance,
Hmm.
and G is equal to 1 by R, which is also equal to A by rho into L equal to Ka by L, where K is called conductivity or specific conductance,
Hmm.
and SI unit of conductance is Siemens,
Okay.
and other unit of conductance is ohm inverse.
Ohm inverse. Do you have any doubt, anyone? Shall I move to next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then the next one is conductivity or specific conductance. It will represented as K, kappa. Okay. So the conductivity of a substance, it is the conductance when it is 1 meter long and its area of cross section is 1 meter square. Just look at the previous equation. G equal to K A by L, right? So G equal to K A by L. When A equal to 1 meter square, then L is equal to 1 meter, G is equal to K. That's the definition. Conductivity of a substance is conductance when it is 1 meter long and its area of cross section is 1 meter square. You can also write this equation. Conductivity of a substance is the conductance when it is 1 meter long and its area of cross section is 1 meter square. Then the SI unit of conductivity. We have learned the SI unit of resistivity as ohm meter inverse. Here it is Siemens meter inverse. Because the unit of conductance is Siemens, here it is Siemens meter inverse. And another unit of conductivity, it is Siemens centimeter inverse. In SI unit, you should write meter and another units. You can also write this centimeter inverse, Siemens centimeter inverse. And here also 1 Siemens centimeter inverse is equal to 100 Siemens meter inverse.
Ma'am,
Just wait, just wait. I think there is some correction. Just 1 minute. No, it's right. Yeah, the same doubt, right?
no, ma'am.
Okay, then ask me.
Ma'am,
Yes.
in resistance, you said that its SI base unit is kilogram meter square by Siemens cube ampere square, right?
Yes, yes.
But ma'am, if it's 1 by Siemens cube, then
Hmm.
how can it be ohm? Because ohm is 1 by Siemens, right?
I told about conductivity, not conductance. Sorry, resistivity.
No,
Just wait.
ma'am.
Tell me.
Resistance, ma'am.
From this electrical resistance,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, kilogram meter square by Siemens cube, then ampere square.
Yes,
It is equal to this one, but we are usually using this ohm.
ma'am.
Okay, yes,
Ohm is 1 by Siemens, right?
yeah.
So how can ohm be equal to kilogram meter square by Siemens cube ampere square?
This is not related to this one. Okay, we are just using ohm resistance. That means the equation R equal to V by I, Ohm's law, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Related to this law, we are using this equation. Kilogram meter square by Siemens cube into ampere square. Related to voltage and current. Not related to this equation. You have to just learn this unit of resistance as ohm. No need to write, no need to learn this one. This is
Okay,
just
ma'am.
equal to this one. That's enough.
Okay, ma'am.
Clear? Yes. So 1 Siemens centimeter inverse, that is equal to 100 Siemens meter inverse. Manuel, did you write this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about others? All of you completed? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then complete.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Then, okay, before that, there is one more topic. Okay, so we have learned certain terms: resistance, resistivity, conductance, conductivity. What's a symbol to represent resistance, Sharon?
Rho.
Resistance,
GG.
conductance, resistance.
R.
Okay, R. So not get confused with this equations and symbols. Okay. Then Shivani, what about resistivity?
Rho.
Rho. What about conductance, Michael? Conductance. Which letter is used to represent conductance? All of you, please switch on your videos. Michael, conductance,
K.
conductivity.
S.
G. Okay. Conductance, it is G. Then what about conductivity, Meenakshi? Conductivity. Yes. K. It is known as kappa. Okay. Kappa. So these are the symbols to represent resistance. Resistance R, resistivity rho, conductance G, conductivity K. Kappa. And also learn that equations. R equal to rho L by A. Right? Rho L by A. Then conductance is just reverse or inverse of resistance. Okay. So you have to also learn this equations also. Okay, then we are moving to the next one. That means there are certain factors that depends on this conductivity. There are certain factors that depends on conductivity. So you can write conductivity depends on, first one is nature of material. Nature of material. Then the second one, the temperature at which we measure that conductivity. Then next one, pressure at which we measure the conductivity. So these are the three factors in which that conductivity depends on. Magnitude of conductivity, okay? That means value of that conductivity. Then before entering into that conductance of electrolytic solutions, we need to just classify the substances that we already know. Just to recall that points, how can we classify the substances based on their electrical conductance? Tell me. How can we classify substances based on its electrical conductance?
Conductors.
Yeah, conductors,
Insulators.
insulators,
Semiconductors.
semiconductors. So you can just write here substances are classified into conductors, then insulators, and the third one is semiconductors. Conductors, insulators, and semiconductors. Which has more conductivity? Among these three, which has more conductivity? Achyut?
Conductors.
Conductors, right? We have learned about band theory. Do you remember that one? There are two types of bands, valence band and conduction band. In the case of conductors, these two bands are near to each other. So electrons can jump from valence band to conduction band. In the case of insulators, these two bands are far away from each other. So there will be large gap between these two bands. So it is very difficult for the electrons to move from valence band to conduction band. And in the case of the semiconductors, there is small gap between this valence band and conduction band. So some electrons move from valence band to conduction band. And when we increase that temperature, more electrons jump from valence band to conduction band. And there is another technique to increase the conductivity of semiconductors. What was that? That process is known as?
Doping.
Very good. It is doping, right? So along with this, you can also write some examples. Conductors, usually metals and alloys. What do you mean by alloy? Alloy. What do you mean by alloys? Vidur? What is alloy? Hmm? Tell me. All of you, please switch on your videos. Anyone? Alloy.
Combination of two or more metals.
Very good. It's a mixture or combination of two or more metals. One example is brass. Okay, brass. It's a mixture of zinc and copper. Okay, and along with this metals and alloys, some non-metals also act as conductors. Can you name few of them? One non-metal that can able to conduct electricity.
Graphite.
Very good, very good. It's graphite, carbon black, etc. Graphite. It's a non-metal that can able to conduct. Then in the case of insulators, you can write glass, then ceramics, etc. Then do you remember which are the semiconductors? Semiconductors. You have learned this for the exam, right? Then tell me.
Germanium.
Very good. Germanium. Then one more. Silicon. Yes, silicon. So these can be right as an example for semiconductors. So substances can be classified into three: conductors, insulators, and semiconductors. Examples for conductors, usually it is metals and alloys, but in the case of a graphite, it's a rare or exceptional case. That's a non-metal that can able to conduct electricity. Then the second one is insulators. Its examples are glass and ceramics. And the third one, semiconductors, that is germanium and silicon. Okay. Then do you heard about superconductors? Superconductors. What do you mean by superconductor? Superconductor. Anyone? Okay, so there is one more category, that is superconductor. Can I rub this? Have you completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, is it the fourth category?
Yeah, it's a special category. Superconductor. Okay, superconductor. It has zero resistivity. That means continuous flow of electrons. Zero resistivity, or otherwise infinite conductivity. Okay, zero resistivity or infinite conductivity. An example for these type of substances, usually metals and alloys at very low temperature. Okay, metals and alloys, they can act as superconductors at very low temperature. That means around 0 to 15 Kelvin. That's too low, right? 0 to 15 Kelvin. And nowadays, certain ceramics, then certain oxides, okay? Certain metallic oxides, that means mixed oxides, can also act as superconductors even at high temperature. Earlier times, these metals and alloys were discovered. Now ceramics, then mixed oxides, even at high temperature, they can act as superconductors. Superconductors means they have zero resistivity or infinite conductivity. That means no prevention to the flow of electrons. Okay. This is clear. Have we completed? Tell me yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we can discuss the remaining portion in the next class. Okay. All of you switch on your videos. So we have learned 4 terms here. Which are they? Aryan. Which are the terms that we learned related to this conductance of electrolytic solutions? Aryan, please unmute. Tell me.
Resistivity,
Okay, resistivity. Then
conductance, and conductivity.
resistance, resistivity, conductance, conductivity. Okay. Then Nevin. Nevin, please unmute. What's the symbol of resistance? Nevin, can you hear me? Naurin. Symbol of resistance.
R,
Resistivity,
rho,
conductance,
G,
conductivity,
K,
K. K for kappa. Okay. What do you mean by this resistance? Nandana?
It is a property of a material to resist the flow of charges.
Very good. Then how can you relate this resistance with length and area of cross section? Anna?
R is directly proportional to the area.
Not directly, inversely, right?
Inversely proportional to the area of the cross section and
Then directly
directly
proportional to?
proportional to length.
So the equation is R equal to rho L by A, right? Okay, then what about the unit of resistance? Dia, unit of resistance?
Ohm.
Ohm. Then what about the unit of resistivity? Achyut?
Ohm meter.
Okay, ohm meter. Then what about the unit of conductance? Evelyn?
Ma'am, unit of resistivity is ohm centimeter.
No, ohm meter or ohm centimeter, both are okay. Okay, Evelyn, tell me.
Ma'am, it is Siemens.
Siemens, very good. Then Michael, what about the unit of conductivity? Tell me.
Siemens by centimeter.
Siemens meter inverse. Okay, or Siemens per centimeter or Siemens per meter. Okay, fine. Then how can we classify the substances based on their electrical conductivity? Krishna? Krishna, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell me, Krishna. Which are the substances?
Conductors,
Conductors,
and
semiconductors.
semiconductors, insulators.
Okay, fine. Then what about superconductors, Aditya?
And it has zero resistivity or infinite conductivity.
Okay, fine. Give one example.
Metals and alloys at very low temperature.
Okay, okay, fine. So we can discuss the remaining portion in the next class. Okay, before that, let me take your attendance. Okay, thank you all. Then see you in the next class. Bye.
Mm.